Thanks, Andy, and it's great to see so many friends and new faces, and I hope this is going to be a wonderful experience for everyone. So just to spend a few moments on putting in context what we're going to do now, we're looking at leadership, and we're specifically looking at the leadership of innovation. So I just want to spend a few moments unpacking that. What do we mean by leadership? What do we mean by innovation leadership? And what are we going to do? So importantly, by the end of this hour and a half, all of you will go away with at least one thing that you can develop to improve your innovation leadership. That's a promise. But I think first of all, we need to know and understand a little bit about leadership. It's very much a debate over the last, well, I guess forever, that leadership and management, what are they? How do they overlap? Are they the same? We're all leaders and managers. Are our behaviors one big mass, or can we divide them up and identify what is leadership and what is management? And I think over the last decade or two or three, there's been a great clarity developed about the difference between leadership and management. And in the famous phrases of Peter Drucker, who was a great management and leadership thinker, his great phrase was that management is doing things right. It's about organizing, controlling, on a day-to-day basis, monthly basis, making things happen operationally. Leadership, and we believe, is about doing the right things. And I think that interprets as doing the right thing with people around you so that they feel engaged, motivated, connected, and fulfilled. So leadership, in some senses, is a little bit more abstract. But nevertheless, we believe that there are behaviors that a leader can perform that will inspire, engage, and allow people to feel more fulfilled in their work and in their lives. So the attempt that we have made in that leadership development checklist that many of you completed is our effort to identify the behaviors that an effective leader performs. It's a unique list. I haven't seen anything quite the same, and I think it's a very important step that will help you guys develop your leadership of innovation ability. In TTIP, we've had lots of debate about leadership. The innovation leader is an innovation leader different from a general leader in perhaps business, politics, social life, or whatever? Or is there a difference between an innovation leader and, if you like, a general leader? And our view is actually the behaviors are common. What is different and what is unique is that the leader of innovation's focus is on innovation. So all the time their effort and their thinking is innovation, innovation, innovation. Their desire and deeper drive is to engage people around innovation and to inspire them around it. So the question then as well is, can we develop leadership behaviors? Well, we believe you can. We believe that this leadership development checklist will help us start that. Going back into the last century, certainly in the UK, my home, there was a view that leadership was something that was inherent. So for example, in the British Armed Forces, up until probably the Second World War, the senior officers were very often from the aristocratic landowning big families in the UK and Great Britain. And it would be very rare for somebody from a humble beginning to aspire to senior leadership. But the consensus now, I think, is different. I think the view now in the development community is that we can develop, that you can build the behaviors and the skills needed to be an effective leader. And that's a premise upon which we're basing this, and we base the leadership development checklist. So by the end of this session, you will start the process of building your leadership development behaviors, and you will, if you are lucky enough to continue with us over the sequence of these networking events, you will develop your leadership skills. It's just worth mentioning that I think we're all aware that we have deeper drivers. We have values and beliefs. We have thoughts and feelings that to a great extent do determine our behavior. And some people would argue that those are the things that totally determine how we behave. But we believe that given time, space, and support, everybody can get out of those, if you like, those inbuilt habits and develop the skills that are needed to be even more effective than they are. So that's what we're about. That's what we're trying to achieve here.